The 007 franchise has been a long-standing, incredible franchise. Great movies, great music, iconic moments. It's one of my favorite series of all time. I love revisiting these movies. I love the songs. I have all these songs on, playlists and stuff that I play every now and then. Just iconic music. I'm a music guy. Like, I love music. I would say I'm more of a music person than movies, TV shows, anything else. I think I'm really, really into music and always have been. Lately on this channel, I've been talking a lot about music and bands and things like that, but I love the Bond franchise. I love talking about it. So I figured we can kind of combine the two. We'll do a music ranking here. So today we're going to be looking at the theme songs and themes throughout these 25 Eon official films. And we'll be putting them in the tier list here, and we will also be ranking them based on just how I feel about them. I mean, there's no set criteria, but just what I kind of like go back to and listen to. I'm looking at like top tier are songs that I could put on any time and just be like, yeah, this is a banger. I want to listen to this. This is a great song. It's iconic. I can listen to it anytime, whatever. Excellent is just a really good song. If it comes on, I'm probably not skipping it. I want to listen to it. It's a great song. Probably pretty classic, pretty iconic, good moments, Good songs to me are kind of like, there's songs that are, they're good songs, essentially, of course, but they're songs that, I could take them or leave them. I think they're songs that like fit the film well. I think they're good. I don't necessarily seek them out. If they come on, I'll probably listen to them. It's okay is like I can see the songs being good, but they're not really ever on my mind, or like I don't feel like revisiting them too often. And then pretty bad are just some of the misses, some of the songs where I'm like, I don't need this ever. I think that's something that's amazing about the Bond franchise. The community around the James Bond franchise is very good about voicing opinions, having very different opinions, but never in a negative way. So please don't be afraid to talk about any songs you like, any songs you don't like, iconic moments, whatever, I love talking about this. That's what the whole point of this channel is, just to discuss things we love, whether we agree or disagree. It's just something that we can all agree we love, which is this franchise in general. I think they've done a great job for most of the franchise to produce quality songs, and we'll get into it. But yes, thank you for joining us here on the HavoKast. I appreciate you being here. We're going to start out just going in chronological order here. For some reason, these weren't in order when I got to the tier list, but I guess I didn't make it, so how can I complain about it? But anyway, we got just the original James Bond theme song. This is the Dr. No classic James Bond theme. I'm going to, I got to give it excellent. It's probably not going to be like top of my excellent list. This will probably move down. I should say the front here is like closer to the top of these, and then the further you go back is more like, low down. So, if this was my number one choice in excellent, my number of, 4 or 5, whatever choice would be down here in order. But yeah, so it's where the theme started. They were, Dr. No's a great film. They were getting it together. They were figuring out what they had. I love Dr. No. I think it's a great film. I think it's nice that you just kind of get thrown into it. It's not like, hey, this is, 2.5 hours of telling you why he is Bond. It's, it's just a movie where, he's on a mission, he's doing his thing, and you're like just in awe the whole time of what's going on around him in his world. It's fascinating. It's fantastic. And the theme song is, especially for the time, pretty much larger than life. I think it's great. The music itself in Dr. No is not great, but this theme was great. It stood the test of time. I've heard a number of different versions of this theme song, which I think there are some that are better. But again, product of the time. I mean, I think when this comes on, it kind of, I'm a very atmospheric music kind of person. I don't know if you guys saw the Iron Maiden self-titled album review I did, or ranking, or whatever that was. The number one song from that album was a very atmosphere heavy, it just kind of teleports me to a new world. This song kind of does that to me. It makes me feel like I'm in that moment, which I really do like about that. It's not long either. You know, if it was like long and drawn out, it definitely wouldn't be up this high because, you know, I mean, you can only listen to the same thing over and over again so many times, but it's just so like, I don't know, it's elegant, but also powerful. I like it a lot. So it's going to stay up here, probably not super high up here, but it's going to stay up here. From Russia with Love. Now this song, I don't know how most people feel about this song, which, I mean, please go ahead and throw that in the comments, how you feel about it. But I actually really like this. I'm going to put it up here. Dude, I cannot tell you how often I just sing this song throughout my day, which kind of got me inspired to do this list because I don't think it's necessarily like some incredible song in the grand scheme of the Bond, you know, hierarchy. But for me personally, I guess this one must rank pretty high since I sing it all the time. But yeah, I like the song. I mean, I can listen to it. I like Matt Monroe's voice. I like, I don't know. I think it's just one of those kind of iconic songs, you know? It's like an iconic song, but a lesser known iconic song, I guess, if that makes sense. But still, you know, in the grand scheme of the Bond franchise, a very iconic song, and I like it a lot. But yeah, we're going to put that there for sure. We have the classicest of classics. Now, this is the kind of song that, like, the casual fan will know. You know, it doesn't matter if it was 60 years ago or whatever. The Bond enthusiast knows this song, of course. But, you know, even people that are just getting into it know this song, Goldfinger. I mean, Shirley Bassey does a great job. It's a great song. I mean, what can you say about it? It is the iconic song of the franchise, I think. Probably the most iconic, I would think. One of the most, really. But it's great. It's a good listen. You know, I like that there's so many nuances and accent pieces within the song. See, that's the thing. A lot of these songs, you know, you just kind of work in the title and make a good song around it. But this song really, if you listen to it, there's a lot of subtle accents, and it almost paints the picture of the movie and kind of gives you like the scale and spectacle of what's going on with the song itself. That's why I think this movie's so all around regarded as one of those like top tier movies, you know, because it might be not the strongest in some areas. It might not be like the most, you know, bombastic or outrageous, but I think the whole production plus this incredible narrative style song fits so well that it just makes everything very cohesive. And the song itself, again, it transports me to the movie. I can see the movie when I hear it. It's great. You know, it evokes feelings, and I think that's what makes a great song in general. But that is going to be up here on the top tier for sure. I mean, I could listen to it all the time. Thunderball's interesting. Thunderball's one that I kind of go back and forth on a lot, and lately I have not been digging it as much. Now, I loved this song when I first heard it. I didn't need to hear it ever again after that, you know, for a long time. And then I heard it recently, and I'm like, I like it. But then I don't know, I hear it, and I think it sounds almost like it's trying too hard. I mean, Tom Jones, I enjoy Tom Jones as a singer, but I don't know. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense. The lyrics are kind of, you know, it's not super cohesive, which I get it. It's a Bond film. It's probably hard to work Thunderball into the title, you know, things like that. But I think, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a song where if I'm in the mood for it, I'll be fine listening to it. But it's not doing it for me as much as it used to anymore. Which is so funny because this song, You Only Live Twice, is a song that I personally just love. I don't know why, but again, I think it's just, I'm going to put it up in top tier, and I'm sure that's going to be one of those where people are like, the hell's this guy doing? I get it, but I don't know. For some reason, You Only Live Twice is just one of those songs that is just, it's another one that I sing a lot, but it's also one that really brings me back to this movie, especially when I first saw it. I mean, I've always really had a soft spot for You Only Live Twice. I really enjoy that movie a lot. Despite its faults, I think the scale of it is fun. I think the movie itself is great. And this song is kind of the same. I don't think it's, you know, I think the things I criticized the Thunderball song about are kind of evident in You Only Live Twice as well. But for some reason, it's just my song. Like, I just love that song. And I think it kind of goes without saying, but James Bond rankings are very, they are very interchangeable depending on mood, depending on, who's ranking, that you could be in a great mood one day and give certain fun movies a certain ranking, or you could be in, a more low key kind of mood and you want like a stripped down version of the James Bond films, and your list might be completely different. Same with the music. I mean, that's kind of music in general, but especially the Bond film music. You Only Live Twice for me is always up top, though. I always have a good time listening to it. I like it. I think it makes me very nostalgic for a time I was not even close to being born in, so I think that's pretty interesting. We got a double here. We got the theme song from On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and then We Have All the Time in the World, which is the Louis Armstrong song that is kind of in the middle around the courting period and the wedding period of, Bond and Tracy. But I like this theme song a lot. I really enjoy it. I'm going to put it right up here, probably a little higher, just a little higher than the James Bond theme song, which I really enjoy the Majesty's theme song. I don't know. There's something about it. And I've talked about this before. I'm not a huge fan of instrumentals at all. But orchestra pieces and things are very different. Like orchestral pieces are beautiful and moving. It's not like your 4-piece band just decided not to sing one day. So it's very, complicated and intricate. Now this song is very of the time, which I love. I love a time capsule kind of song. So it's got those like really classic James Bond kind of elements with that like, 60s to 70s kind of like flair. And I love it. I think it's really cool. I think it's a great time capsule kind of thing. The Louis Armstrong song I would have probably borderline excellent, only just because I'm not like, it's not one of those songs that I can just always go back to. I have to really be in the mood to listen to it. Where I think Thunderball kind of falls flat in, the importance of the lyrical delivery and stuff. It's a fun song, but it's not always super relevant, and just, it's kind of, it seems almost over the top. This song is beautiful. I love this song. It's just, it's like when I equate it again to like Iron Maiden, I enjoy the song Wasting Love, which is one of their only like ballady kind of songs, but there's no way, 90% of the time I'm going to want to put on an Iron Maiden ballad, even if I like the song. Same with this. Like, I think it's a beautiful song and it's great, but the feelings it evokes kind of don't vibe with, how I feel 90% of the time. So, if it comes on, I might listen to it every now and then, but for the most part, I'm looking for a, You Only Live Twice, a Diamonds Are Forever, something like that, But spoiler alert, Diamonds Are Forever. I like it better than the Goldfinger song. Shirley comes back with another just classic song. And this is one where, this song just outshines the movie entirely. God, Diamonds Are Forever is just a fun, like, suave song. The bass in it, I'm a bass player, so the bass is just something that stands out. I love it. It's great. It's a fantastic song all the way through. It's also nice because it's not as like brass heavy. It's not as big and bombastic. So it's more subtle, and it's just, I don't know. It's just so classy and elegant. I always just imagine this song when I'm going into like a casino in Las Vegas or something, and probably because of the movie, I have a very soft spot for this movie too. I know it's not a great movie, but I actually really enjoy it. But this song is just something I could listen to all the time. Plus, the fact that it's been sampled a few times too is just another, it's not just me who thinks that. There's a lot of people that really love this song, and generations that don't even know where it comes from still love it because it's just a timeless classic song, Yeah, I don't know. There's just not a lot more I can say about it other than I absolutely adore that song. Here's another one that's just, top tier. This is a song that, even if it wasn't part of the James Bond franchise, I would absolutely love Live and Let Die. Paul McCartney and Wings just crush it. What a freaking song to open up a very underrated movie, I believe, but also, I mean, starting out a new Bond, like, you know, we had Lazenby kind of come in, and it was very understated. You know, it was more about the spectacle of the movie than it was about the Bond. This one, it was more like, hey, we have a new James Bond. This guy's here to stay. And this song was like, yo, let's open us up on a bang here, you know? So it was a nice build up to James Bond. It was the first time I don't think a James Bond has been featured in an opening scene. So it was definitely like a gradual, like, hey, we have a little, you know, intrigue and action at the beginning. We have a great song, and now you're kind of loosened up, and here's this Bond being Bond, you know? Welcome to James Bond in the 70s, you know what I mean? So it was, I know that's obviously not the first Bond film in the 70s, but, you know, that's kind of the direction they were going with the camp and everything like that, which definitely started in Diamonds Are Forever, but just a really good way to kind of balance tones in the beginning and really get this tenure started for Roger Moore. But a great song. Like I say, if it comes on, I am listening to it. I'll seek this one out and put it on. I mean, this isn't just like, oh, I'm on my Bond playlist. Like, no, this is a great song all around. I love it. But it's not all incredible. This song has grown on me a little bit. It's kind of fun, kind of silly. The Man with the Golden Gun, Lulu, does a fine job, a fun job. Like I say, I think it's grown on me, but you know, it's an okay song. It's one that I'm not upset if it's ever coming on, but it's also one that I'm like, you know, I don't need to have it on ever. I don't need to seek it out. It's interesting. The movie's kind of the same way. Like, I like the movie, but I don't love it. The songs kind of mimic the songs almost mimic how I feel about the movies to an extent, obviously. I mean, some of these are kind of all over. I mean, I guess really I'm looking at them and there's really no comparison to my movie ranking list. I don't even know why I said that, but anyway, yeah, Lulu, Man with the Golden Gun, the whole thing is just kind of funny because it's such a weird, different direction, you know? They have that kind of like brassy moment, but it's almost like the camp version of the songs now too, because it feels kind of like chaotic and, you know, energetic, but also with trying to keep that whole elegant tone that the Bond themes usually have. So I just think it falls a little flat in a lot of characteristics and ways and things like that. And a lot of, I don't know. I mean, it's a good song for what it is. It's one of those that gets stuck in your head, but you don't really want it to be stuck in your head either, at least for me. But yeah, feel free to let me know if you love this song or not. And then, well, the only reason I said that about the, you know, movies mimicking song stuff is because this one, I mean, this is going to go very near to actually, I think I will put it at the top for now. I mean, nobody does it better. Carly Simon, I love this song. I think it's great because it doesn't do the whole like, hey, the title of the movie is our song also. You know, it's the lyrics are in the song, The Spy Who Loved Me. But I mean, I love this movie. I love everything about this movie. I love the song. I love the whole thing. They take this song and kind of weave it through the movie too in different ways. Like I love that they do that. Even at the end when they turn it into that, you know, freaking pub song or whatever. I mean, I still think that's kind of fun. I don't know. I really enjoy this song a lot. And it's one that evokes a lot of feelings, a lot of, I don't know. I can listen to this song all the time and be happy listening to it. I think Carly Simon's a wonderful singer. And I think it has a good energy, but a good elegance as well. Very good balance to the song itself. And like I say, I could just listen to it whenever I want to and be absolutely fine throwing this on, you know, in the car, working out, whatever. I couldn't care less. I love it. Love this song. We got Moonraker next. Now, Moonraker is very interesting to me because I don't hate the song. And Shirley Bassey comes back, you know, you're always going to get a pretty good performance from her. But I'm going to put it above Lulu just because I think it's, as a song, a little more cohesive. And every now and then, I'm like kind of weirdly in the mood for this song. But I think it's the same deal with Thunderball. Like, it just kind of, you're force feeding a word that really doesn't make any sense into your song title, and your song in general. It does have that like atmospheric thing that I love. It's kind of got a little bit of world building going on. And they do a good job of making it feel like it's a very spacey kind of song. But it's just not something that I'm dying to listen to. It's not something I'm, jumping to listen to, or, I don't go to put it on. It's on a playlist, but it's not on like multiple playlists, if you know what I mean. But yeah, like, it's got a little elegance to it. It's got a fun little, of course, like I say, it's Shirley, so you love her singing, but it's not, the whole movie is kind of like tonally like this song too. It's just kind of, hit and miss here and there, but it's a good song. I think it's probably going to be the top of this tier down here. I think it's borderline good songs for me, but still just not really up there. Here's one that I love listening to. For Your Eyes Only. I actually really enjoy the song For Your Eyes Only. I'm going to probably put it above these. Not quite top tier, because I don't like love this song, but it's one that I sing kind of every now and then and enjoy like just listening to. But it's not one that I'm always like in the mood for. Like any of these up here, if you put them on and I was just listening to them, I'd be down. Like, these down here, like if you put them on, I'd probably enjoy listening to them, but not always. And For Your Eyes Only is kind of like that. I like this. I like Sheena Easton in general. I like most of her music, but yeah, it's a good song. It's a really good song. I actually kind of like the movie a lot too, but even if I didn't, I think the song is just fantastic. I like the themes on it. I think it's a very good song. They had a very strange period during the 80s where the songs were kind of more towards that. Well, it was the 80s, so, you're ditching a lot of that brass and, big band kind of stuff and going more towards the pop side of things. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the more low-key kind of stuff. I like how the times reflect the music, or the music reflects the times, whatever. And it just kind of moves, like Bond kind of evolves with the decades. I think that's why I love this franchise so much. It's such a great time capsule. You feel like you're part of the times if you're watching these movies. I love that so much. Literally one of my favorite things about them. Rita Coolidge, All Time High. I know a lot of people don't love this song. I'd probably put it here above Thunderball. I think it's a fun song. It's kind of, it's not like super exciting. It's not, incredible. But it's also one where they were like, we're putting our foot down. We can't work this, title of the movie into our song. So instead they go for something interesting where, all I wanted was a sweet distraction for an hour or two, which is essentially what this movie and a lot of the Bond films are, like just a fun escape from reality for a couple of hours. And, it's funny because the song literally will talk about James Bond as who he is, just a guy who can get it done, but, he can have that sweet distraction. And then it also kind of breaks the fourth wall talking to us about watching the movie and the same deal. So I think that's kind of cool. The song itself is fine. I like the song. It's one that I'm not upset when it comes on. Kind of like the Louis Armstrong song, except, these three are so radically different and they're here for such different reasons. Like, this is a very good song and I love this song, but you got to be in the mood for it. This song is pretty fun, pretty mild, but, not super memorable either. Not, super iconic, but just something I can like throw on and be fine listening to in the background. And then this song, it's like, it's so up and down for me. It's like, it just doesn't like do it for me. I don't know. It's weird, but that's just how these songs have kind of evolved over the time, I guess. And, my list could probably be, completely different next year. Who knows? But we'll see. This song, A View to a Kill, boy, despite the movie and how I feel about this movie, this has got to be, I love this song. I would put this number one This is probably my favorite song. Spoiler alert, but I don't think there's a song that beats this one in my mind. I love the song. I love what they did with it. I love how it's incorporated into, I mean, the GoldenEye video game. They took some of this and sampled it in that, along with some other great songs, but really that one's iconic. The whole song itself is just so good. I mean, it's a go-to karaoke song. Like, I love karaoke, and I'll do this song, whether it sounds good or not. I will do this song every time. I love A View to a Kill. Just a fantastic song. Yeah, I don't know. Not much I can say about it other than I absolutely love it. I wish the whole movie was the way this song was, but it's okay. It is what it is. It happens. We have none down here, but there's some coming. Trust me. This after this song, it gets a little rockier. Living Daylights by Aha. I like this song a lot. I think I'm going to actually put that higher than Sheena. I really enjoy this song a lot. I think it's good. But I think they tried to recapture that View to a Kill magic with the same kind of like, hey, we'll get this, this 80s pop kind of band and throw them on here. Aha is a great band, by the way. I actually like a lot of their songs, not even just the things people know. But it's a good song. It's just a really good song. I don't think it's as catchy as A View to a Kill or anything up here, and I don't think it evokes the feelings that a lot of these do. So that's the only reason I have it at excellent. Like, I can listen to this one all the time, too. I could probably, it's another go-to karaoke song, but it just doesn't do what these up here do. Like, I feel something every time I listen to these songs. I love these songs. These songs I just know are really good, and I could listen to them anytime. But yeah, we'll slide over to License to Kill. Now, this song, I was kind of wondering if I should put it down here in Pretty Bad or It's Okay. I don't like this song very much at all. I don't know. I don't think she did a bad job with the song or anything. I don't think it flows well enough for me to really enjoy it. Like, it just feels very, just slow and not like, it's just not a typical paced Bond song up to this point. Whereas like The Man with the Golden Gun, I don't think this is a great song. I think this is a better song than this one, but I would enjoy listening to this more than I enjoy listening to this one. Like, if this comes on, I don't want to just turn it off, but I think it's pretty bad in the sense of like, just as a song itself, I don't ever want to listen to it, which defeats the whole purpose of it being a song to me. So in my mind, like, the song itself is good, but I don't get any enjoyment really out of it. So it's going to go in the bottom category for me. I'm just not a huge fan of it. It makes sense with the movie, but at the same time, it just feels kind of like the whole theme was shoehorned in also. So I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of it. And then you come back with this banger GoldenEye. I like this song a lot, which, a lot of people don't love the music in GoldenEye. I never really noticed it being particularly bad, but I think that in of itself is also kind of how it's bad if the music in James Bond doesn't evoke like, oh, wow, that's a good soundtrack. So I think that kind of tells you all you need to know about the soundtrack. GoldenEye I'm going to put in good songs. I like this song. It's not going to be up here because I don't love it. I don't reach for it. But if it comes on, I'm like, yeah, nostalgia. I like this. It was the first Bond movie I ever saw, So I liked it. I have a soft spot for it. But I don't particularly think it's an incredible song. I don't think it's a horrible song. It's just kind of right there in the middle, which is where it's living. The only thing I will say is I probably am happier to listen to this song more than any of these. Like I say, you got to be in the mood for this one. This one's just kind of background noise, whatever. But this one, like, I can listen to, like, listen to it. Moving on to a weird movie again, Tomorrow Never Dies, with the fact that Sheryl Crow did the song Tomorrow Never Dies, and then Katie Lang did Surrender on Tomorrow Never Dies. And this song I had to add in at the end. It was left off of this list, which is hilarious because, like, this song kind of outshines, Tomorrow Never Dies. So Surrender, I am very happy to listen to up here. I think it's just very great. It brings back that classic feel, but also it's a very elegant song as well. I like the song a lot. This song, Tomorrow Never Dies, I would put above Goldeneye. It's a good song too, but I don't think it flows nearly as good as this one. I mean, the song itself is outshined by another song on the freaking movie, and it's like, you can't put this one higher than this one. I mean, unless you like this one more, obviously, but I don't. I think Surrender's a fantastic song. Now, maybe controversial, I have no idea, but this song, The World Is Not Enough, I love that song. I remember seeing it in the movies and as a young, kid, and thought, hey, I like that song a lot. And as I got older, I was like, I really like that song a lot, actually. As a standalone song, I think it's fine, let alone it's a Bond song, but I really enjoy just the elegance, the flow, the pacing of the song. It's just really good all the way through. It's not particularly exciting, but I don't need it to be exciting. I need it to evoke feeling more than anything, which again is what all these do. And I just love the feeling this song kind of brings. It really does set the tone for the movie, and the video for it sets the tone even more. So, just great job all around. I love it. I love the song, and it's definitely a soft spot kind of song. This one, Die Another Day. I don't know how to feel about this one. This, it's not like the Gladys Knight song, where Gladys Knight's License to Kill, like I say, I think it is as a song, it's good, but just in general, it's just not my thing. So it's, a pretty bad, I don't want to say Bond song, because I guess it works as a Bond song, but for me, just as a song, I'm just not into it, This song is weird because it doesn't feel like a Bond song at all. And it just, the whole movie to me is just a complete mess and misstep. I don't hate the song. I don't think it's a good song, but I'd rather listen to this over this. And then in the grand scheme of things, I'd rather not listen to any of them. So, that's kind of where I'm at there, but I don't hate this song, but as a Bond song, it's just a nothing song, it makes no sense. Chris Cornell, you know my name. Not a traditional like song I would ever go to and be like, yeah, I want to listen to that. But I like this song a lot, and I'm going to put it probably right above Monroe. I love his voice. I love the theme. I think the actual theme of the song and the lyrics and everything like that really set the stage for this fantastic movie and what you're going to expect for this movie, the origin story and everything. I think it's a great all-around tie-in song and everything. It's a song that I just really enjoy. However, it's not my favorite style of music. And it's not my favorite thing that Chris Cornell has done. So just in general, it's an excellent song, but I feel like if it flowed a little better for me, like musically, it would be higher. I don't know. I love this song. I actually really do. I'm sitting here talking about it like I don't like the song. No, it's excellent. It's a great song, and I love it, love it, love it. But man, I don't know. There's just other songs he's done that I'm like, damn, I really like that song a lot. So I don't know. It's going to sit in the excellent category. I love it. Chris Cornell was a freaking legend. And, man, what a freaking amazing song for an amazing movie. Man, Another Way to Die. And I tell you what, you want to find another way to die when you're listening to this song. I don't know if anybody enjoys this song. If you do, let me know. You're entitled to your opinion, and please enjoy what you enjoy. But my God, I hate this song. It just feels like they wrote it in a day and, wanted to like embellish parts and make it seem, I don't know, just more fun than it really was. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. I have no idea. I think there's, I don't want to jump to conclusions here, but it feels like a very pretentious kind of song. Like there are people that were just like, yeah, we're going to really make something that, you have to think about, or, something that you have to, I don't know. I just don't love this song or the way it, kind of flows. I don't really like anything about it. There's no redeeming qualities. And it sucks to put it even in the category with these two. But I think the overall theme for this one is pretty bad. Could mean anything, but the one thing that you will get from this category is that I don't want to listen to them. I pretty much never want these to play. If these two came on every now and then, I wouldn't mind listening to them, but I wouldn't ever reach for them, and I might skip them a lot of times. This song I'm not playing. That's just not happening at all. If this comes on, it's an instant skip, which is weird because, man, Daniel Craig era films, I'll show you a pattern, but there's a very interesting pattern for me. Skyfall's an instant classic. I mean, my God, this song is just fantastic. I mean, like, come on. It sounds so new with Adele, and just the way it's produced and played, but so elegant and classic. Like, it's the closest thing to, a Shirley Bassey style song that we've seen throughout this whole franchise. I mean, it's so good. It's so elegant, so wonderful, to listen to. I just, oh man, I love Skyfall. The song is so good. When it first came out, I mean, people just knew immediately, like, this song is incredible. Like, it just fits well. I think even when they announced Adele was going to do the song, I don't think a lot of people were like, I don't know if this is going to work out, Even with the freaking, Quantum song before that, it was kind of like, yeah, Adele seems like the safe choice for this one, and my God, no doubt. But interesting pattern we have going where it seems like great song in the Craig era, not great song, great song. This is a kind of controversial choice. I think a lot of people do like this song. I don't. I don't really like it at all. Sam Smith is a singer that has had some good songs, and not one that I particularly enjoy, but I think the Spectre themes are not particularly throughout the whole movie very good. I'm not really a fan of Spectre in general, but I'm not a huge fan of this song either. I don't think it's a bad song. I think it's kind of the same deal as Gladys Knight. Like, it just bores me. It's something that is tolerable to listen to, but it's just not something I'm reaching into my, playlist to go dig out and play real quick. I'm probably going to skip most of the time if, I let it play at all. But we bring it back with No Time to Die. I think this is a fine song. I think Billie Eilish does a great job. I don't think it's incredible. I don't think it's like, the best of the best. I'll put it above the Tomorrow Never Dies version of the Sheryl Crow version of this song. I think she does a good job. I like the song. I actually like the song a lot. I really enjoy it, but it's just not. It's not one that I'm always looking forward to. Got to be pretty mood dependent for it. I don't think there's anything particularly standout or special. I think it's another one of those middle of the pack kind of movie, songs for the movie. But yeah, I mean, most of the songs, I mean, like you can see right here, like, I like most of the Bond theme songs. Not a lot I really don't like, but these up here just kind of do something to me. They're amazing. These are excellent songs. I could probably listen to these anytime. And again, I think this is kind of how it is. Like, these are songs I'll seek out and listen to no matter what. These are songs I wouldn't mind pulling on the playlist, but I could listen to anytime. These are songs, if they came on, I'm probably not skipping, but might skip depending on how I'm feeling. This is a song once in a blue moon. I'm like, yeah, let's throw The Man with the Golden Gun on just for old time's sakes, And these songs, for the most part, I could just leave them, not even take them or leave them. I just don't think I really care for these songs too much. But, you know, let me know how you feel about the Bond themes. Any music on there you think ranks higher or lower. If you have a list or interested in the list or want to post it or comment it, please do. Also, if you guys have any other ideas for anything else you want to see on here, I am very open to any suggestions about, you know, music, TV, movies, you know, Bond themed stuff, whatever. I'm down to listen to or rank anything and discuss stuff. I literally will talk to anybody who comments because I really enjoy discussing this kind of stuff. So please feel free to, you know, share opinions on things and, you know, suggest things if you want. Thank you again for watching this, and thank you for all you do just everywhere in life. You know, y'all are kicking ass. Keep doing your things, and I will see you in the next video, y'all. Have a good one.